All right. Hey everybody. I found this video here. Oh man, I haven't covered this guy in a while. I do want to give a trigger warning because this this guy's, he calls it depravity all the time. Anything to do with the queer community at all. So, just keep an eye out for that sort of thing. If that bothers you, it's okay. I don't blame you if you don't watch the video. But I found this guy, Brylan Riggs. Um, he's got like 250,000 subscribers. It's insane. He's like the driest wet towel. Like what? He's just I don't know. I can't imagine why people like him so much, other than they really like his bigotry. And that's the only thing I can think. But here we'll let him go ahead and start this sucker because God, he's such a garbage person. So yeah, apologize for all the bullshit that he's about to say, but it is quite funny that he freaks out about kids' cartoons or not cartoons, puppet. It's like the shows of puppets.
Society today is this absolute incessant need to sexualize children. It's in everything. It's everywhere. Matthew chapter 18.
It's ridiculous that they keep on saying it that way. Like that's just not true, man. Like just acknowledging that some kids have two parents of the same gender is not sexualizing you anyway. Right?
Says this starting in verse 5. Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone, which weighs thousands of pounds, fastened around his neck, and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Now, Jesus.
Does that sound like a threat? They always do this whenever they're talking about something with kids shows and stuff like that. And it sounds like a violent threat to me. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but when you read a Bible verse, it's like this, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and be drowned in the depth of the sea. That sounds to me like a violent threat, specifically when it's, targeting these kinds of TV shows and stuff, talking about kids or whatever. I don't know. It just is. But I mean, I guess that's just par for the course for these violent people. Like
Jesus has believers in general in view here.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. They're the ones that like are all happy about a guy getting torture murdered.
Like, basically, woe to those who cause a believer to sin. However, Jesus is placing a emphasis on children. And Jesus even says, he who humbles himself to be like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. I think causing anybody to sin
basically
is a trap.
It's funny because that verse is mostly just like, you need to be as stupid as a kid. Okay, you need to just believe all the dumb shit that kids believe. Kids don't question stuff, they just believe it. Okay, you need to be that dumb. That's
tragedy. But woe even more to the one who causes a child to sin. Here's Sesame Street. So now Sesame Street, in their very description, it says our non.
Let's see here. It just said, sounds like that's a nice neck you have there. It would be a shame if there was a millstone tied around it. Yeah, pretty much. It sounds exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like a threat.
Nonprofit's mission is to help children grow smarter, stronger, kinder. Sesame Street's been around for like 180 years. I don't know. No, I think it was started in 1969. So it's been 50 something years that Sesame Street has been around, and they've always been very endearing. Everybody's loved Sesame Street, I guess. Yeah. I've always thought they were kind of creepy. They decided to give in, and
the irony that this guy that is, all about pushing blood sacrifice stuff and torture, murder to kids, and normalizing that type of thing thinks that puppets are creepy. But okay, that's just
try to indoctrinate your children. Sesame Street is nothing more than an indoctrination platform, and I'm going to show you why right now.
What is an indoctrination platform? Like, that just sounds so like, first of all, I don't even know if I'd call it a platform. It's a show that is on a platform, which would be like TV, you know, it's on like a broadcast channel. I don't anyway, I know I'm being petty here, but he's so stupid though.
This
It's
is
like,
obviously, we're in June, Christmas
oh.
for the world. And here it is, Sesame Street. This Pride Month, let's celebrate diversity and unity and spread all the love and acceptance. Together we can make the world a kinder place for all the buzz, every
Imagine being angry about this. It's like, look at all these different colored puppets just holding hands with each other. Well, that is just, come on. You want just to accept other people. Like,
the
Jesus.
typical buzzwords and typical things you would think to hear to try to sugarcoat the depravity and try to sugarcoat the indoctrination. That is just all about loving and being loving and accepting. And here you go. You have the
Yeah.
rainbow, all the colors holding hands.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
cool,
see,
right?
even when
Like,
they got pushback,
I would actually like to get a interest that a puppet pride flag is cute. I totally agree. I would get that on a t-shirt, man. That would look really cool. I like that. That's awesome.
they decided you come up here, double down.
Where the hell is
So
Oh,
now
on
we need 2
Instagram.
posts
Okay.
during LGB month.
You're
Today and
counting you're counting the posts. Really, man? Like, what if an atheist, did this with Christmas? Like, it was like, oh, now we have another Christmas. This is, you know what? There are other people that out here that don't celebrate Christmas. God, now there's 2 Christmas. This is ridiculous. You know, I don't even know. I can't. I just can't with these people celebrating stuff.
Today we celebrate and uplift the LGB members of our community, from our family to yours. Happy Pride Month. So they already said this. They already did this. So why is it happening every couple of days? Well,
Oh
it's
my God,
because it needs to be ramped.
because of people like you. That's why. Because there's a bunch of people running around being like, oh, hey, everybody has to hate these people. Hate, make any kid that has like 2 parents of the same gender feel like shit, running around. So yeah, they need a little bit of extra support and a little bit of extra reminding that you say platforms like Sesame Street are actually okay with those kids too,
Up more and more.
Jesus.
So now, we have a Pride Month, an entire month. And if you notice, places are starting to celebrate earlier and earlier. So it's not just a month anymore. It's like,
Wow, this is
it's like
so
a
weird.
month and 3/4. So not only is society starting much
Month and
earlier,
3/4.
but you're
He's angry about the time. So if it was a day, you'd still be freaking out. Don't act like you wouldn't be, man. Like, this is ridiculous. I like how you equate Pride and Christmas. Like, Pride Month is gay Christmas. Works for me. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of something that like Christians celebrate, that I could be like, I'm an atheist and I don't celebrate that, or whatever, But yeah, Christian. That's awesome. It's Pride with Chris. I love it. That's awesome.
seeing a huge uptick in posts. So now it's like, hey, if you're truly accepting, you'll post something like every other day during the month to show that you're
This
a
is
slave.
such a weird hang up, man.
An ally. Everyone is welcome on our street. It just sounds so loving. Like, of course. I mean, everybody's welcome. Yeah, that's the loving thing to do and to say. You don't want to exclude anybody,
Right.
make anybody feel left out. However, this goes much deeper than that. Everyone is always welcome on Sesame Street. This month and every month, we want to uplift and
And
celebrate the
Sesame
LG.
Street specifically has always been very progressive as far as like their support of the Black community. I know they were like historically in support of the Black community during like the civil rights era and all that. So yeah, they've always been this way. They've always been very progressive, very loving, that type of thing.
B. Is there like a line here that includes Christianity? I mean, they stole the rainbow, or tried to. I'm not
They
saying they
stole the
actually did.
rainbow.
Settle down, people.
Okay. Stole it from who? Who you what? You own the rainbow. You're like, that was my rainbow. They broke into my house and took it. And then now it's theirs. Now they're just waving it all around, all proud that they stole my thing. I just can't believe it.
Oh. Does anybody notice?
He's upset. Yeah, he's upset that everyone is welcome. Yes, that's it. That's what he's mad about. He's mad that they're not like, hey, only Christians are allowed here. Like that's because I bet you he would be fine if they said that. If their messaging was literally the opposite of everybody's allowed here. If it was like, only Christians, and if you don't believe in my specific kind of Christianity, then you don't belong here either. He would be all for this. But no, yeah, as long as it's for gay people or just anybody, because I'm pretty sure he'd be mad that the Sesame Street was standing up for the black community back in the 60s too.
It's like they're literally trying to hypnotize you into the LGB. They're literally trying to hypnotize and indoctrinate you. So they're looking at this.
Oh my God!
All families
what the fuck, dude? This guy is just completely insane. They're trying to hypnotize you by having colors on a screen on Instagram. Like how they're gonna hypnotize you through Instagram? Really? Jeez Louise.
Have something in common, the love they share for one another. Oh, and then two moms. That's fantastic. R is for rainbow. Rainbow flags have been waving.
Wait, there was two. Oh, okay. Jeez, there's fucking stick figures, man. What are you doing?
Have something in common, the love they share for one another. Oh, and then two moms. That's fantastic. R is for rainbow. Rainbow flags have been waving in honor of the LGBT community since 1978. These symbols continue to evolve and take new forms, of course, because you're never going to be settled in your depravity. Now, here's an episode of Sesame Street.
No, just because people evolve, man. Like concepts evolve. They move on. We understand things better. We listen to people more and we become more accepting to more groups of people. And that's what the rainbow flag is all about. The progressive rainbow flag as well, is like with intersectionality and things like that. Like, my goodness, this guy is just angry that life is life. Like, he's just so mad at everybody. Like, it's crazy.
Check this out. Oh, it's Family Day.
What is he wearing? A purple shirt or something?
Two brothers. Okay, they're brothers. Wait, what?
Oh no, a kid has two dads on Sesame Street. That's a thing that happens, right? Like there are like kids know other kids that have two dads. Like, why is this? He's just so mad that anybody knows about this. Like anybody knows that these people exist. Wow, unbelievable. It's ridiculous. Andrew said like Sesame Street was essentially created to give underprivileged children access to education. Underprivileged children basically equated to black children, or at that time they were called inner city. Jeez, yeah. Wow. See, yeah. So that's where its roots are. Of course, it's going to be very progressive as far as like how who they promote their content to and for. It's to help people, and like having kids accept other kids is like something that is so important that needs to be taught to children. That is not indoctrination. That is just being a good, like teaching them to be a good person. My God.
Okay. So I want you to notice here that Sesame Street did a Family Day special, and they made the highlight of Family Day. They focused on the family being these two men right here with their daughter here. You cannot continue to say that this doesn't matter or it won't affect really my child. Yes, it will. How? You set your children down in front of this, turn this on for them every day, and be slowly indoctrinated, then into your child will become depraved and given over to depravity.
They will become, as he just keeps on repeating that. They will become depraved with depravity of the depraved mind, depravity. Like, what does that mean? You mean they will be okay with people that are gay, like, and trans and stuff? What? That's it. That's all they like, and not even necessarily. This doesn't necessarily, like, the kids aren't walking away going, "I got to do everything Sesame Street does." Like, that's not how anything works. But at the same time, it's like, this is a good thing to be accepting of people. My goodness. It's like, imagine if, like, we got mad that there was a Christian somewhere, somebody had a cross shirt, and I'm just like watching, they want our kids to be okay with this. Oh my God. Like, it's just so petty and pathetic. And then to sit there and call it indoctrination is just so goddamn frustrating, especially to me, who was actually indoctrinated to the point where I was homeschooled and I wasn't allowed to watch anything other than Christian television shows, other listening to nothing other than Christian music, having nothing other than Christian friends. Like, that is indoctrination. It's limiting the scope of information. It's not expanding the scope of information, or like expanding, like, knowing that other types of people exist. Like, there are, like, would they get mad if there was a Muslim family? Like, I wonder if he would have this same fucking energy. He probably would, though, because he's that much of a crazy bigot.
And that is a horrible tragedy, but it's something that can be prevented. The Bible says to raise our children in truth, that they're a heritage from the Lord, and we should be leading them in the ways of truth,
of blood sacrifice. We need to be teaching them all about how great blood sacrifice is. Yeah, that's normal. That's a normal thing to do.
God's word. So obviously more LGB posts to come, but I want you to notice the latest post that Sesame Street put on there. Oh, it's not LGB, right? But wait, it's with 17 magazine.
Oh.
Who is 17 magazine? Well, you go to 17 magazine and you can, oh, okay, there you go. You have
so
two
you're
women
seeking
had a
it,
kiss. But
wow, you're literally seeking things out to get angry, as if some kid's going to be like, oh, it's just put out by 17. We need to go click on 17 until we find something that we can get mad about. Like, what? Wow, unbelievable.
Also, if you're a child and you click on, 17 magazine, Sesame Street, yay, 17 magazine. What's this
man,
about?
they
What?
have
You can go to their
rainbows.
site and learn about all the LGB flags. Aromatic. Is that like a smell? Oh, aromantic. Okay, yeah. Straight out. Okay, check this one out. So we're here on number 21. Okay. This is the 20. After 21 flags, we get here straight ally flag. So as you can see, it's a prison jumpsuit colors with the rainbow overtaking
How
it.
old are you? Are you like thinking of the prison jumpsuits from the 20s? Like, what are you talking about, man? Is your only experience, like, with prison jumpsuits like Donald Duck cartoons, or like what? Like,
so I'm an ally. I am a prisoner to the LGB. You do not have a choice.
Oh my God.
They have 21 flags now.
What?
I think that's it. With more
You're
to come.
a prisoner. What the hell did you just? Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta go back. What the?
So I'm an ally. I am a prisoner to the LGB. You do not have a choice. They have 21 flags now. I think that's it.
You can choose to buy the flag or just choose not to buy the flag, man. You go, what you're a prisoner. Weird. What the? Man, these people are just, imagine being this bitter at just normal things in life. It just, I don't understand how they can, like, God, what a miserable fucking existence. It's so sad.
With more to come, because it will never end. As this one says, Polly, you have an infinite amount of partners. Okay, I thought this one was hilarious, the poly one. Check this out. Unlike someone who is pan, someone who identifies as poly is attracted to multiple genders, but not all of them. What? So there's two of them.
It's like you can identify any way you like. If it makes more sense to, because I mean, I identify as pan, you know, which is I can attracted to anybody regardless of what their gender is. But you know, polysexual, I guess they're saying, like, they are attracted to more than one gender, but it's not necessarily all. That makes sense. That is a difference. I don't understand what he's not getting about this. This is not difficult.
Attracted to multiple of them, but not all of them. Yeah, everything's checking out here.
You not
And before you-
understand how like concepts like that work, where it's like some, not all. Is that too complicated for you? Let's see.
run along and think, oh, well, then I won't let them watch Sesame Street, but they can watch the Muppets, right? The Muppet, because we like the whole puppet thing for some reason. I think it's creepy, but
but torture murder is not creepy. You know, that's actually good, and kids should be exposed to torture murder as long as it's a blood sacrifice of Jesus.
The puppet thing. That's so we'll just let them watch the Muppets. Here's the Muppet Babies show. This is the Muppets. This is all the puppets and everything, but it's for babies. I want you to look at what the Muppets decided to do. Now, the Muppets and Sesame Street.
Isn't Muppet Babies like I used to watch Muppet Babies. It wasn't necessarily for Muppet, or like it's marketed just to Muppet Babies. That's it. That's all that's supposed to watch it. No, but they were like, it was just the Muppets when they were babies, and it showed they had like all their imaginations could run wild, and they had it's weird because I remember this one episode very well, and it was when Gonzo was talking about where he came from, and it was like the Superman origin story, and he came from planet Crouton, and it was a little square thing. It was adorable. That's hilarious, right?
Street have the same creator, although they are not under the same umbrella anymore.
It's delightful.
The Sesame Street is separate. Muppets is owned by Disney. So you're going to get all the depravity that comes with Disney, but it's this kind of thing. Check this out.
Hey, Gonzo, you okay? Not exactly. I really wish I could wear one of those princess dresses.
Oh, this looks wild. Hold on. Is it computer animated or is it Muppets or puppet? Wow. I have not seen this before.
Okay, so I want you to notice something here. Gonzo, boy.
It's a claymation? Like, what is happening? I'm so
this dude, boy. And now he's in a little skirt and he's the godmother. So they
what's that? Oh, interesting. Is Big Bird gray now? Was he gray? I might have missed that. Or is that, it might be a different one. I think they expanded the Big Bird universe. It's like, now they have multiple, probably from a parallel universe, you know, from the quantum realm or something. Is this the first time he's heard of Muppet Babies? He acts like this is a new concept. I know, right? It's like I grew up with Muppet Babies. It was a cartoon when I watched it, but you know, it was this seems actually a lot cooler, to be honest.
And this little boy over here wishes he could wear a dress because he just doesn't feel right going as a boy. Oh, if I could only wear a dress. So this episode is literally all about.
And that's that one. I can't remember what the mouse is named. But he's always with Gonzo. I mostly remember the Christmas Carol one, and he was Gonzo was Dickens, and the rat was his friend that was just walking around with him. I don't know, but that's a great movie. I really like that one a lot.
An entire episode dedicated to a man fairy godmother turning a little boy into a princess for the ball.
What does it matter? Kids like to play dress up, man. It's so crazy that this is like the most evil thing this guy's ever heard of. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is what you can expect from the Muppets. So there is no puppet that's safe anymore. And then the episode goes on to where he reveals himself to all the other characters.
The puppets aren't safe. This is the weirdest looking show ever. I can't tell what it is. It's like it's half Muppet, half computer. This is just it's making me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. Like, just do puppets or not. It's fine. But this mix match shit is just, it's, you know, I like the Muppet Babies cartoon. I was fine with it being a cartoon. Okay. But this is strange. I don't know.
Characters, and they just, yay, yippee, you're wonderful. We like you even more now because that's what's in the script. Now, there is an increasing demand in our society.
What does that mean? Because that's what's in the script. So, like, you're saying that everybody wouldn't like them if they wore a dress, because that's just so offensive to you, you know, a kind of clothing being on a kind of puppet.
For children to be sexualized, and it is
What the fuck was that?
absolute
Why did you do
depravity
that?
at its finest.
But see, it's probably because he keeps getting in trouble for saying that stupid shit. That's a lie. That is nothing. What about any of that was sexual at all? Like, what about any of it was? None of it was sexual at all. It was just about gender. They seem to not be able to separate gender from sex. Like they don't even. I swear, I think it's because like conservatives are like that. One of the reasons why they get so angry about the gender stuff is because they're just like, I don't know who I'm supposed to fuck. How can I? What now? You're confusing my fucking now. I don't even know who I'm supposed to try to find. I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Like I swear that makes because everything's just about fucking to these people.
Finest. It's disgusting. The only way this stops is if we stop supporting it. We stop allowing it to be
Bye,
something that
Felicia.
entertains our children and slowly indoctrinates them into this depravity that society is running
Wow,
rampant.
you need to work on your vocabulary, dude. Like you can't think of another word other than depravity. And depravity as it relates to a puppet wearing a dress. That wow. I mean, if anybody were to say use that word to describe anything, it would never dawn on me that that could be one of the definitions for it. Yeah, and sometimes depravity is when a puppet wears a dress. I'm just saying, that's pretty depraved. What?
We must stop supporting it. We must stop looking the other way and pretending like it doesn't exist or it won't affect us.
Hold on, wait.
Because
you can see how he switches that? You don't have to support it, man. You can just not watch it. Your kids can just not watch it, right? But you see, now he's switching to, yeah, we got to not support it and make sure that we shut it down because it can't be for anybody. If it's not for my kid, it's not for any kid because I'm a fascist. That's
it will, and it is. And it's absolutely obliterating society. So what if,
How?
just a crazy idea, we held to a biblical principle and stood on biblical morality?
Which one and how? Like what? Tell me, like what? Because you guys don't agree on it. You get that you guys don't agree on anything, right? Like which one? Like Catholic, Protestant, like Baptist? What kind? Universal? Like what do you want? Like which kind are you? Because y'all disagree more than anybody. It's insane. Is it AI? It's just, it looks weird to me. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of, oh, that's true. There is that weird kind of like AI animation that's sort of going around lately. It's going around. It's like a disease. Jesus. Dresses aren't sexual. No, yeah, exactly. If wearing a dress sexualizes a child, then little girls that wear dresses are sexual objects. And honestly, his inability to be able to separate those things really freaks me out. I don't know. They are the ones with the depraved minds, man. That's what's happening here. Like actually depraved minds.
And didn't put this kind of garbage in front of our children. I don't know. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the.
I did. We do it. It's an as you go sort of thing. So yeah. But yeah, I always got to check in with this guy, with this idiot every so often. He's so ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, oh man, he's crazy. Let's see here. Didn't I hit home? Okay. So let's see what we got here. Conspiracy theories they don't want you to know. We can react to a reaction of a reaction. It's like 4 months ago. Let me see. The deep state. Witchcraft exposed. Be careful who you listen to. I honestly thought that would be a longer video. I didn't realize it was so short. Let's see here. Oh yeah, oh man, I don't. Have y'all seen that stupid Sound of Freedom movie? Like made it like really big, basically because they had a bunch of people pay for a bunch of other people to go see it, and it's like a QAnon fever dream is what it seems like. But let me see here. Oh, and I found the guy that I did that was like calling everything demonic at the Creole. like the Bayou store at Disney Springs. I found him and actually subscribed, so his videos are gonna start coming up now. That's kind of cool. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? Here, let me go back to. We'll do that conspiracy theories one. Let's see what that's all about. These are always fun.
What's good, Deluxe family?
Holy
Welcome
shit.
back to the channel. In this video right here, we have scary
That is
conspiracy
very
theories
loud.
that will make your jaw drop.
Oh, good.
As fellow Disney stars, are you all in a secret Illuminati-like club? No. Is it because you can't tell me if you are?
Oh my God.
No.
She looked nervous, yeah.
Is that true, Sam?
That's got to be so frustrating. That poor girl. She's like, is that because you're not allowed to say? If you blink, then oh, she blinked. She blinked. All right. Yeah, she is totally in the Illuminati. I knew it. I knew it. She blinked again. She blinked again. That's 2 times. That she.
I mean, she lied.
Jesus, they're stupid.
Are you a part of the Illuminati?
Yes. No, I'm not. Did that come up as a lie when I said yes?
Yes, that's true.
Oh, see? That means I'm not. They said, are you a part of the Illuminati? And I said yes.
And then you changed
And
it.
then I said no. But I said, I'm just kidding.
Don't try to work the system, okay? Let me work you. You need
I
to
am
stop.
not a part of the
And
Illuminati.
let me just be upfront and frank here. Lie detectors are extremely unreliable. It's actually it tends to, and I've had this same experience where if somebody thinks that you are lying, right, or if somebody believes that you are lying, you will have those like symptoms of appearing to lie. Your heart rate will change and stuff like that, because you just it's not necessarily that you're lying, it's the fact that somebody thinks you're lying that causes those kind of reactions. That's why these lie detector tests are not they're not really admissible in court anymore. Like nobody uses them because they're notoriously unreliable.
Bro, if she's not a part of Illuminati, why she gotta say yes and no? I'm just kidding. Like, come on.
Because it's funny. Because it's so stupid. It's hilarious.
They live multiple lives and get to choose what life they wanted to do. Don't get me wrong, genetics do pass on, but they literally look the same.
Of dudes that look
Wow.
like you. So they just think that you've been on the earth since you've just
This
been
is-
around, there's just different generations.
man.
I just wanted to show you just
We're
in case.
all stardust, baby.
I know. That's what is my name? Look at this.
Okay, so what do we got?
What do you think?
Things look like other. See, here's the thing. This is like another one of those like brain things. Like our brains love patterns, and patterns that we've seen over and over and over again, like an actor's face. We're gonna be able we're gonna like make things look like that in our mind that don't actually look like that, but just from a particular angle or whatever, your brain fills in the gaps. That's how brains work. It's all about expectations. If it expects something, then it'll kind of fill in the gaps to make it appear to be that way. It's just part of, it's just so funny. People are just so funny.
What is this in the beard and the cheekbones?
It doesn't look like that.
That's a French actor, Paul Monet.
Yeah, we have the same forehead.
That's supposed to look like him?
Thing.
That doesn't look like him.
No, I kind of see a little bit.
What?
Got the eyes.
What are you talking about?
Look like him, bro.
Okay, thank you. All right. Jesus, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
One of the things that I learned from whistleblowers from the cabal itself is that they have to work within something they call the rules. And this is very, very important. So I really want to make sure that this gets into the film. The rules are a body of spiritual principles that they must follow in order to be allowed to exist. Now, what do I mean by allowed to exist? I mean that they are aware that there are benevolent forces that will prevent them from achieving their goals unless we give them permission to enslave us. Now think about it. Well, I didn't give them permission.
Fucking what,
So
man?
why did they put this plan for 3
It always it's always like drops off, and it sounds so stupid. It's like, if we allow them to enslave us, that's right. Yeah, I mean, say I know, man. It's just I got to say it fast because otherwise it sounds silly.
wars on display in a book that's hanging there open behind glass in the British Museum Library of London. And those 3 world wars that they're outlining are exactly World War I, World War II, and the war on terrorism. Because the rules state that they have to tell us what they're doing. Therefore, if we allow it to happen, we have consented to tyranny, we have consented to enslavement. Now, if you get into the secret history of the cabal, this was rediscovered by Queen Elizabeth, the original Elizabeth that we've heard about from the 1500s. Queen Elizabeth's royal astrologer, a man named John Dee, who is the prototype of the wizard with the long beard, the hat.
Oh, the pointy hat? Okay.
What he did was to rediscover, through these ancient documents that were in the Vatican, the technology of how to access what they considered to be spiritual beings that were useful to them, but what we would consider to be demonic or evil beings.
What?
These beings need to be accessed through a very complex set of rituals and ceremonies. You cannot just ask for them to show up. You have to follow very elaborate and specific
Who would find that?
protocols.
Like, this guy sounds completely insane. Why would anybody listen to him? Like, he sounds like he has no clue what the hell he's talking about. It sounds like made up folklore that's just been like repackaged over and over again. Like, that's all this is.
If you follow those protocols, it's like having an IP address, which is what we use to go online in order to notate a website. Every website has its own IP address.
Know what an IP address is.
These spiritual beings, such as Baal and Moloch, which they still do ceremonies for today, such as in Bohemian Grove, there is a giant stone effigy of an owl. That's the god Moloch.
It's not, though.
God Moloch was
The funny thing is, the god Moloch is not an owl. It was never depicted as an owl. It was always depicted as a minotaur, or a like half man, like a man thing, but with like the head of a bull, and then Baal, I think, was like a full bull, like a lot of bull stuff. It's a lot of bull.
all the way back to Roman Carthage, in which they were offering child sacrifices to this god in exchange for power.
Sure.
So John Dee rediscovered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moloch is even in the Bible also. Now,
Yeah,
I do want to
both of
make clear, just for YouTube
they're basically interchangeable in the Bible. Like, they don't, they just are like, oh yeah, and they worship this god and that guy, and they just keep on like going back and forth between Baal and Baal and Moloch.
purposes. That I'm not saying that all this information is complete fact. I would suggest that everyone does their own research, because I don't want to. YouTube sometimes flags misinformation. So I'm just saying, do your own research also.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good. I'm glad he at least has that disclaimer. It's like, some of this might be stupid. Okay, I'm just saying, maybe, but do your own research is literally meaningless when you're talking about this type of stuff. Okay. Okay. We're hey Crystal. We're watching this streamer dude go through TikTok conspiracies that they don't want you to know about. Who is they? Doesn't fucking matter. No one. It doesn't matter.
Magic circles, how to say the right incantations, how to actually do black magic on a governmental level.
What the fuck was that?
This is what people are going to have so much trouble with once disclosure happens. Is that these people
Must have been the Illuminati. That's what it was. They're picking up on it.
Actually practice black magic, and they are very, very good at it.
Wow. Okay.
The king of the Illuminati.
Wait, I thought he was gonna react. I wanted to see. He was just like, it was just a breath for him. He's like, that was his response.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, I hear a lot of
Jay-Z's been
these.
caught wearing this sweatshirt many times that says, "Do what thou wilt." If you look those words up,
It's
that
the
is
whole of the law, and it's this freaky dude Crowley. Yeah, I've heard this one a bunch of times. It's like, do as thou wilt. Yeah, they are Terrified of that particular phrase for some reason. It's funny.
Literally the satanic mandate. This company, Rock Nation, is literally an Illuminati sign, just like he's doing in this picture. If you write their daughter's name Blue Ivy,
It's funny too, like the when you start looking for a pattern like that, like if you just say like a triangle and an eye shape, right? It's just everywhere. You just go all over the place, and your brain will just keep on picking up. It will just keep on picking up these same patterns. Like I remember one was like the fucking AOL symbol, like that's the Illuminati, man. Boom. Like fucking what, man? Like so just like any triangle. And then of course it's all on like banks and stuff because the pyramid's on money, you know, and so banks and so anyway, it's just so funny how they think things are so fascinating when it's just like mundane shit and it's just your brain finding patterns, you know. Once again, it's so much pattern recognition. It's unbelievable.
Thin line that translates into the word Lucifer's daughter. There were other rumors that those initials mean born living under evil, and Ivy stands for Illuminati's very youngest.
Oh, great. Yeah, no trouble. I must be blind if you don't believe in the Illuminati. No, I believe in the Illuminati. It's just they stopped functioning as a group like 200 years ago. And no, that's not. Here's the thing about conspiracy stuff, and I'm going to help this dude out, okay? Because he seems to not understand how basic things work. When it comes to rich and wealthy people, most of them are that way because they're competitive. And if you think that they don't fuck each other over constantly and try to take advantage of each other and use information against one another and everything like that, but yet they can keep this whole cabal shit secret, give me a fucking break, man. It's just as dumb as like everybody keeping a secret that we didn't actually land on the moon. Oh, it's all just like everybody, all these people worked on it, everybody did all this stuff, but everybody was quiet about it. Nobody told anybody. Give me a fucking break, dude. Snap out of it. Jesus, like, grow up.
Because if you wear his shoes, they literally have the evil eye on them.
And this is the other thing too. They will put stuff like this on things on purpose because it will get all this this extra eyeballs on their stuff because it'll be going through all the conspiracy idiots network and everything. So they know they can do these, they can put these little symbols like, oh, in the music video and all over here and stuff like that. And y'all be like, whoa, they're so crazy, man. It's like, no, it just circulates their art that much more. Like, you know.
He got all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested.
Right. You're the one that believes that a God sacrificed himself to convince himself to save the world from himself. But I'm easily fooled. That's it. Yeah, you're right. You're the one like propping up blood sacrifice and pretending to cannibalize a carpenter from 2,000 years ago. Go fuck yourself, bro.
Arrested and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I did
Oh
a
my
call from
God.
Rock Nation that said,
All right. Thanks for watching, buddy. But see ya. You're gone. Idiots. Man. It's like they're so dumb. I don't know why they show up. They show up on my streams constantly. I put hashtag atheist 17,000 fucking times in these things so that it doesn't send it to them. And they still somehow manage to show up. It's like you'd have to be looking for atheist content if it comes up in your, like, I don't see how you could like get it any other way. I repeat it like 17 times. I swear to God, it's in the hashtags, it's in the title, it's in the fucking name of the video, like it's in everything.
and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. Rock Nation, because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation, I'll deal with you. Illuminati trying to get me, nigga. I'm the one that gotta spit like a Britney, nigga. Through the hot cold, I would never.
That's copyright, yeah.
Oh shit! Damn it! Thank you. I hope it didn't.
That's crazy. The
What?
Blue
I
Ivy
mean,
one, yeah.
they talk about the Illuminati all the time because it's like this a next level billionaire type of thing. So if you're like, especially with hip hop, when there's kind of like a lot of talk about money and things like that, then and exclusivity. That's another. It's also analogous to just exclusivity, right? So. And they love that. Of course, like hip hop artists like that. It makes perfect sense that they would like that. It doesn't mean that it's fucking real, man. It's like,
Yeah. Blue Ivy spelled backwards is Lucifer's daughter in Latin?
Oh my God. I highly doubt that. Every single time, every fucking single time I have gotten the, I'm not going to do it right now, but, because that was just way too much to try to remember, and I have ADHD and can't remember shit. But every time I've done this, where they're like, "Oh, this is backwards in Hebrew" or whatever, like I can't remember what the last one was. I literally looked it up, and no, it the fuck wasn't. It was not. It was nowhere near. They just make this shit up. They just make it up and say it, and then it gets spread all around because they're too dumb to understand like how to reason and how to check on things, because they don't care if anything is true. They just want it. They just want to be right or feel right. They don't care if it's actually true.
That's wild.
You just put this information out there. This is gonna put people in the wrong mindset.
Yeah, seriously. If you prime, Crystal said, true, you can find anything anywhere. That it's true. If you prime your brain to, that's exactly how astrology works, right? Or it's exactly how astrology appears to work. It's just priming and then confirmation bias, right? You say, hey, brain, look for this pattern. And then your brain's like, okay. And it's like seeking that pattern for like the next couple of days or whatever. I don't know how often, I guess for that day, if it's a daily astrology thing or whatever. And you'll find the pattern. You'll decide in your head that something, just anything, is somehow fits in the box of whatever the thing said. If there's like someone will act strangely to you today or whatever, you'll just decide that some normal thing is strange. You will do it because you're, if you believe in that type of stuff, you don't want to be let down. And it's like, even when it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. You're just like, I was just off that day, I guess. Or that one was for somebody else that was born on my birthday, I guess. I don't know.
So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family or hurt, people that I really care about. And they told me to go to this office. It was on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And then when I went, I asked them over the phone, what are they going to have me do?
Why does this music sound like a fucking Tim Burton movie? Like, what is happening here? It's just like Edward Scissorhands is like about to walk out or some shit.
Said they couldn't tell me. And then when I went into the office, they sat me down, like it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors, and they had a Gucci suit.
I guess I missed
bodysuit. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is. They said, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is, Pop. And I said, no, please no, not the Gucci suit. They said it's the Gucci suit. This is the only way that you can repay for what you've done. And I said, not the Gucci suit, please. And they said, it's the Gucci suit. They said, we've ran some facial recognition programs on you, and you're going to need to be this man, and you're going to need to also contradict whatever you speak about so you can create a balance in this scene of hip-hop that you're in. Because people thought I was crazy when I say celebrities play other celebrities.
I don't understand. What?
Hops in his Gucci, mate.
So they were telling him that he had to be have a certain brand or something, like the Gucci thing. Like he had to wear that in the to whatever, to stay on their label or whatever, get all their promotion and all that. That's if I'm understanding that correctly, and I'm reacting to this for the first time, and I feel like I missed something. But if that's the case, that's just normal marketing. That's just somebody that's like, hey, we're willing to throw money at you and get your art out there, but you have to like do these specific things that we think will help your brand or whatever. But I don't know. I might have missed something in that, because it was just hard to understand all of that.
Very obvious. He's let you know as well that film, like music video as well. It's exactly what they do as well.
What?
But people think I'm crazy.
What?
Okay, so he is having the same reaction.
Just gonna hang me
All
out
right.
this one. But just
So maybe I didn't miss something. Maybe we're both just like, what the fuck, man? What was that whole thing about?
Like the WWE,
Jesus,
the
ridiculous.
NBA, and the NFL are both 100% what? Scripted. You see my face, you just gotta know. I'm speaking facts, bro. Let's get into it. So we all know that the WWE is obviously fake and rigged and, staged.
It's a show.
WWE brands itself as sports entertainment, not pro wrestling. Okay, so naturally, I'm trying to see if the NFL is sports or entertainment. I look it up on Google. First thing I notice is that nothing pops up. Every source I found, though,
But we
says
have
that the NFL is an entertainment business rather than a sport. NFL has defined itself in court as a sports entertainment business. And when I say fake, I don't mean the players. These are obviously still the best players in the world. It's just that they now
aren't sports. That seems like a really strange distinction to me. Like, isn't it, there's no overlap. There's no overlap between that Venn diagram of sports and entertainment. Like they can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like I thought they were both the same thing. I thought sports were entertainment. I don't know what you mean. Like the fucking Olympics. Like what are you talking about? Like what makes a sport not entertainment? I don't know. Is the NBA not that, or is he saying that this is distinct from other? Okay, I don't know. I don't know why I do this. I do all this thinking, and I really should just be like, "That's dumb. That's dumb." It's just I don't even know why I'm doing.
I have to follow a script. It's serious money and power behind these teams, y'all. Look at how much money they're making a year. These are billions.
That is
a lot of
crazy.
similarities between ancient Rome and now, y'all.
What's crazy?
Same thing.
I'm so lost.
That is crazy. Like imagine you go to the NFL and you become part of a team, whatever team it is, and it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna lose this year, but at the end of the day, we're still gonna get paid.
Oh, he's saying that it's like that they play until lose, like they decide who's gonna win and everything. How would you even do that? There'd be way too much. There's too many people with too much money, with too much riding on all of this for people to like be okay with losing, like some millionaire that owns a team that's just like, yeah, we just had to go down in the fourth this time, but next time we get to win. Because there's some teams that are like heavily funded that still don't win like hardly ever. Why? The way you're talking about it would mean that like they would get it, like it would be more even, among like who wins and stuff like that. But like that makes the whole like getting this player and getting that player, like having them draft the players, whatever, that makes all of that superfluous, and it doesn't make sense. Like, how would you be able to? Okay, I don't know. I'm reading too much into this. Like, how would you even be able to fake that for this long with this many people? I mean, do you know how many people would have to be involved to fake something like that? And again, everybody's quiet. Come on, man, this is crazy.
$2 million each person. Like, all right, I'm fine with that, and I still get to play mid-season, but just at the end, I don't go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy curve right there.
You'd be talking. You'd be like, dude, they said I had to lose on purpose. Oh, this one. I remember this one.
3 feet deep with lids.
This is old. This was on that show that governor of was it Arkansas? Or I don't know, one of those, or West Virginia or some shit. One of those like extremely podunk fucking, states. But it was Jesse Ventura, that was his name, and he did a show called Conspiracy Theory, and yeah, they did the whole coffin thing. I can't remember what it ended up being, but I don't think it was. I mean, and it could just easily be, just getting like prepared just in case of something, but I don't remember what it. I watched something that debunked it, and I can't remember what it was now. And it just ended up being some normal thing. It wasn't. They weren't coffins. They were like planters or some shit. I can't remember what it was.
They're just being stored for people's pre-needs. Well, who in the hell has a pre-need for this many coffins? Unless they're.
It's like the FEMA camps were another one they did. Like, oh, there's enough FEMA camps in the country to like house the entire country or some shit. Like it's ridiculous. It's absurd, and, it's just for in case of emergencies, man. Like obviously, if there's a zombie apocalypse, you'd need some place that you'd need to be safe from all of the crazy people, or even just a virus that makes people violent or something like that. Let's say if that's like a rabies or something like that, which I guess would be the real life version of a zombie thing. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, so I had a random thought last night, and I apologize in advance because it's kind of creepy. So you know that theory about how like we never die, our brains just create a new reality where we survived whatever happened.
No.
And they're like, remember that time you almost had an accident?
Oh, that's like that one. Oh,
I
won't
don't
really
know
do
that theory, but we're gonna go with what she's talking about.
You died and your brain just, portaled you into a new reality where you avoided the accident. So I started thinking about all the times.
Sounds like an awesome movie, actually. They already did that movie. Now that I think about it, yeah. Bruce Willis did it. He was pretty good in it.
Where like I was home alone and I thought I heard something in my apartment or someone in my apartment, and then I get up and I'm like, oh, okay, no one's there. What if I really got like murdered and like sliced and diced, but my brain just changed my reality to where I'm still surviving?
Bro, that's the creepiest. Like,
why would you think about that? Like, that's such a weird thing. Maybe I'm dead right now and I'm just making up a new reality. I mean, I guess at that point you just be like, well, fuck it then, I mean, let's just do this reality then. Like, whatever,
bro. I guess it is scary conspiracy theories.
That is very true. If you know anything about P. Diddy, baby, he always be around some unfortunate events. But for my safety TikTok, this is completely scripted. I am an actress just simply acting the scene. Guys, do not take me serious. Let's hop into part 3 and see what Jay Lord got to say about this.
Get this bullshit ass motherfucking game fucking with people that you love, that you like, There's too many coincidences.
Too many.
Fuck you, honeycomb. We gonna get you and your little dog, too.
What?
And congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that shit?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on. A lot of people are looking at it like that's the way the new relationship should work.
But to get paid?
What?
She get paid.
She's getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What the fuck is going on that $250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
That happens all the time.
I'm just saying, fuck the fact that he cut from 500 to 200. Who the fuck gives a shit? 200K? Who 250K? Who turned it down 250K a month? What the fuck is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Cause see some things.
It ain't worth 250K. That's gotta be some dark shit. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K.
All right, guys. So that's the conspiracy theories that we have for today.
I don't understand.
Like
I don't understand that one. But I people like quit a lot. They stop doing things that even if they're making money, they might have thought they could make more money somewhere else. I don't know if I'm even reading all that right. I feel like it was a lot of it was flying by me too quick, and I couldn't really grab onto so much of it. But well, hey, man, thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. And if you want things flying by you all the time in a sexual way, go to adamandeve.com. That didn't make any sense. Go to adamandeve.com and enter code word BRENTLY at checkout to get 3 free gifts, 50% off almost any one item, and 6 free movies, and free shipping on the whole order. That's enter code BRENTLY at adamandeve.com. That's BRENTLY at checkout to get your exclusive offer today. And thanks. And we will be back tomorrow, probably around the same time, somewhere in there, close to it anyway. And thanks for watching. Share the show around and all that type of stuff. And stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we'll see you next time.